Hi, everybody. Hello again. This is Elizabeth Suarez. I am wondering how many of you have heard that terminology where there is a will, there is a way? Well, I can tell you that this past weekend, I lived that firsthand. You see, one of my dearest friends challenged me to go ahead and hike this 9.2-mile long trail in the mountains of Colorado, which includes over 1,800 feet elevation gain. And mind you, the trail started at already 8,000 feet elevation. So only listening to those numbers, that is difficult enough. Now, add to the fact that I suffer from mitral valve prolapse, which means the heart in my valve is not as efficient, doesn't seal as well. So anything that you do extreme or hiking and high elevations makes it a little bit more difficult. And then add to that the fact that my knees, I know, have seen better days. However, I was not going to say no to my friend and said, let's go and do this hike. I won't lie to you, by the time I got to the trailhead, I started wondering, what was I doing here? I was even wondering, I don't know if I will get to the top. Instead of that inhibiting me, I put it aside and said to her, let's move forward and let's tackle this like it is a business situation that I have tackled throughout my career. So she went ahead and went for the game and said, okay, let's do this. And I went ahead and shared with her there were three ways on how I tackle any challenge that I may have in business. So let's go ahead and do it now here for hiking. So the first one was the preparing. So before we took on the trail, I made sure that in each of our respective backpacks, we had all the materials that we need, tangible stuff like food, water, sunscreen, first aid kit. So we were fine. We were ready to go. But then I said to her, the preparation is not just tangible, it's also intangible. So what about how we communicate? How do we approach this escalation of this mountain? We need to talk about it. She looked at me puzzled and she even smiled, but actually it did help for us to make sure that we reach the top. And spoiler alert, we did reach the top. So I just wanted to let you know about that. But what we did was that we looked at the approach that could be the best one because we realized this was going to be a marathon and not a sprint. So we said slow and steady is our strategy, which meant we went slow since the beginning. We let people pass us by, but we kept on going. And interesting enough, we saw a lot of people turn around and they never made it to the top, but we were able to make it. Also, we realized that it was great to communicate back and forth because sometimes she did not want to lead. She asked me to lead and vice versa. So we did that. So that was a key. The first one, preparation, not only with the material stuff that you need, but also how do you communicate and how do you approach how you're going to go and do what you need to do or discuss the business you need to discuss. Number two, I partner with somebody that challenged me because she's challenged me since day number one. But not only that, she also supported me. She was my best cheerleader. She kept on saying, you can do this. You can do this. We can do this. Let's not question it. Let's not think about how many feet elevations we have to go. Let's just take it one step at a time. And that in business is the best partner you need to have. We all need to have partners like that they will challenge us. They will question us. They will even actually push us to do some stuff that we are not that comfortable with, but they will always be by our side, encouraging us and helping us when we needed help. And she was a perfect partner for that. So when we reached the top, which was a beautiful crater lake, we smiled at each other and we realized, wow, we did this as a team. It wasn't only a one-person deal in doing that. And then the last one, after you prepare and after you have the great partner, the last one is the one about enjoy and basically embrace the experience. And I normally consider this one the most important one. And the reason I say this is because, like in our careers, like in hiking long trails, this is not a marathon. It takes a long time to get to our goal. We do not get to the top of our careers overnight or in 1 year. So actually, it takes multiple years and multiple phases in order to reach the different pinnacles we want to reach in our career. So therefore, what I'm saying is enjoy the ride, enjoy the people you meet, enjoy the fact that you're going to have new challenges that you never thought you were going to have. You're going to have conversations that you may have never had planned to have them, and enjoy all of those, because at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, you may not come across these people again. You may not have those conversations again. So enjoy it while you're going through the journey, while you're complaining that there's so much work, while you're saying, oh my God, I don't know if I can make it. Enjoy it and make sure that your partner enjoys it as well. Now, these 3 steps of preparing, of basically partnering with somebody and enjoying the ride are not new. They're not rocket scientists. I mean, you can Google and they can show up anywhere. However, I still think that they're very important steps, and that's why I wanted to share them with you, especially that I think it's very important to take time out of our schedule to reflect on how we are managing our short as well as our long-term goals. Taking care of our daily tasks is extremely important. We have to do that because if never, we will never reach our end goal. But it is also equally important to step back and vet how we are approaching our work, who are we partnering with, and also how are we embracing everything that comes our way, even if we're not ready when these things come our way. So remember, our career is a marathon and it's not a sprint. So we need to go and build out our endurance as well as our resistance in order not to burn out. Remember that slow and steady I mentioned at the beginning of this talk? We need to do that with our career. So in the next business chat, I'll share with you an easy to implement vetting process that will guide you throughout your career marathon. In the meantime, let's connect and inspire each other. Join my Negotiation Unleashed family by subscribing to my YouTube channel, Speaker Elizabeth Suarez, and join me every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern to have this short, quick, and to the point business chat. You can also send me a message at negotiationunleashed.com. I will see you next time. Nos vemos. Be well.